What's up, family? Man, I have a heart to heart with you guys. It's gonna get real deep. And for some of you, it may get real uncomfortable. I'm often asked, Elijah, how come I can't find the type of woman that I'm looking for? How come I can't find the type of man that I'm looking for? And the truth is, we really don't want to know the truth. I'm going to say again. The truth is, we really don't want to know the truth. Like attracts like. Like attracts like. Whatever frequency that you operate on is the frequency of the people that's going to be in your realm or in your spectrum. If you operate at a low frequency, you're going to attract and be drawn to people that operate and live on a low frequency. You're going to be attracted or drawn to or hooked up with people that are verbally abusive, people that are physically abusive to you, people that are dismissive of you, people that are inconsiderate of you, people that take advantage of you and use you and dog you out. That's the type of people you're going to be attracted to, because that's the type of people that operate at a low frequency. But you can't understand why you keep getting these same type of guys. You keep getting these same type of guys because you haven't upgraded, you haven't changed your frequency. You haven't grown. I know that goes against our ego. Our ego makes us want to believe that we have grown so much more than what we really have. Our ego makes us want to believe that we're so much better than what we really are. Like attracts like. You could take a drug addict. You can move a drug addict to a totally different city, to a totally different state. And within 3 days, they know all the local drug spots. They got brand new homies and connections. Like attracts like. People on the same frequency are drawn and connected to people on that frequency. If you want better, then you have to put yourself in a position to get on a different frequency. If you don't like what's around you, if you don't like what you've been attracted to and what's been attracted to you, then it's your responsibility to raise your frequency. And you only raise your frequency by dealing with the baggage and the drama and the pain and suffering that you're carrying. You can't raise your frequency if you don't change your perspective. You can't raise your frequency if you don't change certain aspects about your life. I hear so many women talk about, man, guys just don't like strong, independent women. It's like, that's not true. But that's the excuse that they use to justify why they're alone. That's the excuse that they tell themselves to explain and rationalize why they can't get a man and why they can't keep a man. When the truth is, they got some qualities that they need to change. They got some qualities that they need to look at and resolve. But because they don't want to do that, it's easier to put the blame on somebody else. It's easier to say that women are gold diggers. It's easier to say that women are superficial. It's easy to say that women ain't got no drive, or guys ain't got no drive, guys ain't got no ambition, and they ain't got no, they're not the same that they used to be. All guys are lazy and they're just bums. They want to play video games and whoop de whoop de whoop. No, that's the people that you're drawn to. That's the people, that's the frequency level that you're on. So that's all that you see. If the people that's on your frequency, if all they're doing is playing games, lying, manipulating, cheating, all that other stuff, then that's the frequency that you're on. That's where you're at in your life. That's the stage you're at in your life. I don't care how much you say, well, I don't lie, I don't cheat, I don't manipulate, blah, 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 blah. You're doing that to yourself. You're lying to yourself. You're cheating yourself. You're manipulating your own emotions. I love the movie Suicide Squad. There's a dynamic that takes place between Harley Quinn and the Joker. Harley Quinn, highly educated, has a lot going for her. Something happens. She goes in to do her job, and she's now having to interview the Joker. They're like this, totally different levels. But something happens. Harley Quinn starts lowering her vibrations, her energetic levels, down to that of the Joker. And now they become emotionally attached. They become soulmates. So often I've hooked up with women that I shouldn't have hooked up with. I've gotten in relationships that I knew I shouldn't have got in. And then I got mad because I felt like I didn't even belong in that relationship, but I chose to be in that relationship, and they still acted funny. And it's like, no, dude, you can't get mad at them for being them. That's who they are. What the heck is wrong with you to make you think that you could be okay in that situation? What the heck was wrong with you to make you think that you can make that work? You know that's not you. That's your fault. Don't get mad at them for not changing. Get mad at yourself for putting yourself in that situation. If you go into a relationship like Harley Quinn, thinking that you're going to raise somebody's vibration, thinking that you're going to raise somebody up out of the level, the frequency that they're on, and put them on your frequency, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. Because you're going to end up being the one that lower your expectations. You're going to be the one that end up lowering your frequency level, your vibration level to theirs. And then you're going to be angry and bitter. Whatever it is that you want, you can have. You can have whatever you want as long as you're willing to put yourself on that frequency. If you're not willing to put in the work to get on that frequency, you're not going to have it. you're not going to get it. It don't matter how much you talk about it, you're not going to get it until you get on that frequency. You could talk growth and development all day long, but until you put yourself on that frequency, until you put in the work of growth and development, you're not getting it. It sounds good, but it's not going to happen for you. It's just like a drug addict. A drug addict could talk about being clean and sober all day long. They could tell you all the steps. But until they put in the work and get on that frequency, it's not going to happen for them. My hope and prayer is that you learn to be brutally honest with yourself. That you stop lying to yourself. That you stop manipulating your emotions. And that you see yourself for who you really are. If you're in an abusive relationship of any kind, if you're in a negative and toxic environment, you could keep blaming that other person. But it's not going to change anything. You have to change. You have to change. You don't lose people when you upgrade your frequency. When you upgrade your vibrations, you don't lose people. It's just that the people around you become different. Your circle becomes different. You don't lose people. You just detach from that group of people that you were surrounded with, and you get a new circle, a new tribe around you. Because like attracts like. So whatever level you move to, you're going to meet people on that level. You're going to be drawn and attracted to people on that level. But you have to put in the work to get on that level. You can't just talk about that level. You can't just talk about that growth and development stage and not do the work and expect the things that come from being on that stage or on that level. "2020 has been extremely chaotic for a lot of people. As we come to the close of this year, may you start being brutally honest with yourself. It don't matter what's going on around you. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to be transparent with yourself. If you want different, you have to be transparent and honest with yourself. You have to put in the work to get to that next stage. And if you don't put in the work to get to that next stage, you're going to stay where you're at. Or you're going to regress even further because of your bitterness, because of your anger, because of your animosity, and all of those other negative, toxic traits. I love you guys. Peace.